is up, my step bros and step hoes? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a very long-awaited review, and that is the follow-up review to the Mag 1014. Now that we have it at 1,000 rounds, so let's get into it. First, for those of you that are extremely autistic in my audience and might want some of the stuff that I do have on here, let's go over the build just real quick. For those of you who don't care, I will put a timestamp on screen. So let's go tip to butt, as Grantham and those in the Navy, according to my Marine friends, would say. That was bad. Cut that, future me. Here we have max official +2 tube, bringing the original capacity of 5 in the tube up to 7. So we have 7 in the tube, +1 in the chamber, +1 ghost load. We'll get into that. Midwest Industries rail we have up here. We also have Amazon rail scales attached to it. They're, as you'll see in the footage, they kind of jump around a lot. I'm kind of determining where I want to actually keep them on the gun. Kind of like this right here, because I like it, but I don't like it at times. It's complicated. It's not worth getting into. But fish scale hook grip, I like this because it really indexes with your hand nice. It lets you dig your hand in. You can pull it back. Really lets you get that nice push-pull on the shotgun to control the recoil. I like it. We have the Amazon Special match saver here, which I will put a clip on screen. But what it lets you do is you can lock back the bolt. When the bolt locks back, you can slide the shell into the chamber, immediately hit your bolt catch, and then you're ready to go again. Makes for very fast emergency reloads because, well, one of the things you should build for with any shotgun is reloading, because these things run dry very fast. Deciding whether or not to be a shithead or actually trying. Yeah, I'm gonna go full retard. These only have, like, even this modified only has a max capacity of 9, whereas my AR with standard magazines holds 30 + 1. So a little bit different than a rifle. You have Amazon Special Sling QD point made of Chinesium, because Giga finds that very funny when I say the word. Right here we have Velcro, and the reason for this is so that, let me get it real quick, you can slap on these side saddles, these shotgun cards. They will let you hold 6 to 7 extra shells on the side. That way you can reload faster. I'm not going to do that right now because it's live ammunition, and I'm in my house and I'm not looking to put a hole in anything right now. But these let you reload nice and fast, and that's important where, again, your gun runs dry very fast. Right here we have the SIG Romeo 5. Up here we have the Midwest Industries charging handle, which I like a lot. It's very comfortable. Lets me get a nice grip. We'll get on that later in the video, but it's a worthy upgrade. The thing only costs like 15 bucks. This only costs like 15 bucks, and you get 4 of the cards, so I'd recommend that too. Anyways, now to the part you actually probably care about. So, what is this shotgun? What am I using it for? How am I grading it? Well, as usual, I am grading it based upon a shit hits the fan, prepping mindset, prepared citizen mindset, a tool for the shit hits the fan scenario on your Minecraft server. Now, what is the shotgun? This shotgun is a Benelli M4 clone by Turkish company. Oh my god, it's Turkish. I can't now. I can't buy it. It's Turkish. Listen, China has really bad manufacturing qualities, but they make some of the best AKs. The Turks might make some really bad shotguns, but this is not one of them. With that out of the way, it is a M1014 or Benelli M4 clone, whichever designation you prefer. It does a pretty good job of that. In fact, so much so that it has this gun probably accepts the most Benelli aftermarket compared to any other M4 clone on the market. Other than that, does it look accurate to a Benelli M4? Well, I'll put some pictures on screen, and other than the stock, which I have some complaints about and we'll get to soon, other than that, the gun looks pretty damn accurate to a Benelli M4. And in some of its feature sets and its accomplishments, it clones pretty well, and I am satisfied with, and we'll talk about that soon. So I'd say it's a pretty damn good Benelli clone. I don't have an actual Benelli, so I'm not going to compare it one-to-one. If you want that, go watch someone else's video. I'll put a recommendation on screen. Now for the feature set. This shotgun has an 18.5-inch barrel. The barrel also uses a Benelli/mobile pattern choke tube. Inside the box you get a choke tube kit which includes 3 chokes, all of varying sizes. You also get a sight wrench as well. It is semi-automatic, of course, working off of a dual gas piston system with a 3-inch 12-gauge chambering, and it recommends you to only use as low as 2 3/4-inch shells. It does also utilize a crossbar safety, and it does also have a decocker, which allows you to switch ammunition types on the fly, change what's in your chamber, or even render the gun safe. And it utilizes a white dot front sight with a rear iron sight with a ghost ring aperture and 2 white dots. I do quite like these iron sights, but let's be honest, if you're buying a tactical model, you're probably changing it out with some kind of red dot on top for your aiming solution. But if you're working with iron sights, you will be just fine with this shotgun. In fact, you can even adjust for windage and elevation in your rear sight. The stock is polymer with a rear rubber butt pad. It is supposed to be collapsible, but it's not. Unfortunately, you have to go on Mac's website and buy the collapsible version. I nearly destroyed and broke my stock trying to get it to collapse until I realized this. I was going off of what one of my commenters told me, which was probably good advice at a time, but not anymore. The grip that it utilizes is a rubberized grip for when your hands get wet.
Textured grips, should your hands get wet.
Now let's talk about the things that matter. The manual recommends using 13 FPS shells with 1 1/8 ounce shells. Don't use cut shells or mini shells. I'm speaking from experience. They will not work, but to be fair, the manual doesn't recommend it, so I'm not going to ding them any points there. And with those dual gas piston systems, the gun is pretty reliable and works quite well. Even when running it dirty, due to, again, it being a piston system. I've noticed that I am able to gunk this gun up as much as possible, to the point where when I get home to clean it, my brush will come out of the barrel doing blackface. So the gun has no problems with getting gunked up, running dirty. I sometimes overlube my guns, like my BCM and my BCM review, if you watch that. Don't do that, but this gun powers through anything, is what I'm getting at. Except for some things we will get to in a second. Strangely enough, this gun seems to really like low brass shells, specifically Estate Birdshot, which is what at least 800 rounds of my testing was done with. Another 100 was like with the Winchester Super X, and the other 100 was just random bullshit I pulled out of my supply at home. Some of it I don't even know what the brand is, but I threw in there. But that other 200 was all high brass. It really likes low brass, surprisingly, which is nice, because if you're buying this cheap gun, you're probably not looking to spend a shit ton of money on good ammo just to go to the range and shoot at a paper target. So being able to use Estate Birdshot, which is about 30 cents a round, very nice.
That was snappy.
Yeah? How about the others?
I shot both of these.
Oh, hey there.
I gotta put some oil on.
Now, out of 1,000 rounds now, I have had about 6 or 7 jams, all of which were with high brass, but they were under the 1350 FPS limit. Now, the gun, from what I can tell, is somewhat accurate. I don't know why you're going for accuracy with the shotgun. As long as you can hit what you're aiming at within 50 yards, you'll be fine, but slugs seem to be doing about average for a 12 gauge. Speaking of, I had shown an accuracy report, but when you're dumping several hundred rounds of 12 gauge into a cardboard target, well, there's not going to be much left of it. So enjoy what's on screen. Now let's talk about recoil impulse, because this is something. Now, I haven't shot a Benelli, but just going off of my footage and other people's footage, naturally, because it's cheaper, it's not going to have the same really advanced, I think it's inertia driven that Benelli uses. This one uses a dual gas piston, so you got two pistons kicking back at you. You're using 12 gauge, you got that heavy massive bolt. It kicks a little bit, but if you know how to tame a shotgun's recoil, it's not that much of a problem. You can easily work around it. And the butt pad on the stock, despite all my complaints, is quite fantastic. The recoil is not going to be a major problem. It's just a little bit less than what you get with an actual Benelli. So let's talk about the durability really quick. The durability is exceptional. I haven't had a single bit of wear and tear. The most I've got is maybe like a scratch on the finish. But other than that, it's holding up good. Nothing's coming loose. Nothing's too dinged up. None of the bolt face or the bolt carrier itself is getting scratched up. It's holding up really well. Now let's talk about very minor subjective things, such as the sight rail here. It did come loose about every 300-400 rounds until I had finally decided to Loctite the screws, and they stopped moving out. The rail is very secure now, so just if you get one of these, just Loctite your screws, and that'll be the end of the story. You'll be fine. So let's talk about ergonomics real quick. This is very ergonomically pleasing, especially for those of you with bigger hands. If you have big hands like me, the grip is nice and chunky. It's rubberized, so you get really nice grip should your hands get wet. The original handguard was comfortable. I just wanted something for barricade work, lights, lasers, which I haven't put on here, funnily enough. I do have some ergonomic complaints, which is just that, again, stock does not collapse for whatever reason. You actually have to go to Mac's website and buy their collapsing stock variant. Even though the tab here, I broke it trying to get it to work. Even though the tab here is clearly moving, like it looks like you should be able to move it, but you can't. The rubberized butt pad is nice, again, very comfortable to shoot. And it does actually have a cheek riser, which is quite nice. If you're using a little bit taller red dots, or even like the Romeo 5, it will let you get perfectly centered in that dot if you raise the cheek riser up. It's got a little bit of wobble to it, which has only grown as I shoot it. Let me get that on camera for you. I would actually say so. For the price tag I got it at, which was about $350 on sale, and I'm sure there will be a sale coming up around the time that I release this. They usually average around $450. What you get for this price range is phenomenal. Now, is it going to be as long lasting as a Benelli or a Beretta? Probably not. But is it pretty long lasting for the price? Yes, I'd say so. With how it's going, I'd expect this gun to last another 2,000, 3,000 rounds, which in shotgun terms is actually quite a lot. The recoil is good, the accuracy is shotgun accuracy. The reliability for it is fantastic. You get a lot of aftermarket. That's another thing. Instead of paying $2,000 for a Benelli, you pay like $350, $450 for this. You get an extra $600, $700 bucks out of that budget to spend on whatever aftermarket you could want. For the value, I don't think there is a better semi-auto shotgun you can buy. And through all my testing, I am confident in saying that I recommend this to anyone who wants a budget-friendly but very reliable shotgun. Now, that'll be it for this video. Another thanks to Krayons Knives for sponsoring. My computer just turned off again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.